Oi, it's me, the nutty professor. For the advanced classes of conjecture and speculation. Hush, 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 hush. Class is now in session. So, you've got Earth right here, right? Solid matter, look at it. And up from the Earth comes these extensions of its life. It's becoming. So basically, the Earth would be like this primal instinct of the collective unconsciousness. And from that collective unconsciousness springs forth these cool little life beings, trees, birds, and it's a way of the primal instinct breaking out of its primal instincts, out of the collective unconsciousness into a collective consciousness. So, animals, they're such loving things, they're operating on the basic form of primal instinct. They still feel love, so they're going to ascend through life as they become more conscious and become their own, I guess, stars, I'm sure, their own type, if they're loving and all that, and they're going for their golden heart, the most top of the line prize to have a golden heart, And then, the point is, we have a gold heart. All gold, of course, So let's just play around here. I'm just getting up this morning. It's a great day. Looking at all the land masses up in the sky, which of course are clouds to us, but they're traveling by so fast that they look like vapor to us, but it's a whole different time dimension up there, Hush, 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 hush. And if we were moving super slow, we might see beings on top of those clouds. Hush, hush, hush. We're just playing with conjecture and speculation. But the point is, if you can't become more conscious of life, and realize what waits you above, way up high above, then perhaps you just come back to keep replaying the damn thing over and over. Life, Get together. Would you like to live your life 1,000 times over? How many times before you get bored of it, before you realize you got to break away into the collective consciousness above you, the real family? So what are these atoms? Makes you wonder. Hush, hush, hush. It used to be the Earth, So, me just playing around here. But as these atoms break away from the primal instincts of the solid matter Earth, they become, and they're all unconscious, a collective unconscious. I'm trying to drive this into your brain so you get it. The collective unconscious. I'm standing on it right now. Consciousness trains unconscious. Like that lady right there, she's training her dog to behave the way she wants it to behave. So the dog becomes more conscious to the woman's, wants and perspectives and stuff. And that's what the collective consciousness is doing to the collective unconsciousness right now. It's trying to wake them and jar them awake to the collective consciousness of the universe. Some people have no clue that you're not just walking around like, geez, I got a dog, that's all that matters to me. I got a dog, look, I'm happy and all this, life is great. That's all it is. I'll come back and walk my dog again. Not me, ladies and gentlemen. Hush, 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 hush. I want to rise right up. I don't want to come back to this place again. It's too full of primal, instinctive, beautiful, innocent reactions, like a dog. It's going to bark at you if it don't know you. Woof, 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 get the back off from me. And there's your instincts just kicking in like crazy. So, you don't need to see me. I'm just a shadow of the man I used to be. Hush, 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 hush. So, can you make it out? No, because the light's so bright. I got to wear shades at night, So break away if you can from the collective unconscious primal instinct that you're walking on. Because it's all a matter of consciousness and rising up into... it's so bizarre. I'm trying not to talk too loud because people hear me talking like that one lady with her dog that was being a little crazy. She said, what are you talking about? Consciousness, collective unconscious and consciousness. You're just driving me nuts. I'm checking the garbage out back here to see if I have to bring in the damn cans, The garbage cans. That's my bloody job, the janitor, just to walk around picking up shite. They haven't come by yet. Hi. So, What a great day. Look at all these extensions of, you know, coming out of the unconscious primal instincts of the earth, rising into consciousness and more consciousness, and you're rising up and rising up and you're rising up into the star collective, the collective consciousness of all that is, you know. And if you took a piano and tipped it on its side, the lower key, tipping that piano on its side, you know, the lower key is the lower vibrations of consciousness. The higher key would be a higher level of consciousness. Now you can figure out what that would mean. If you're more consciousness to your neighbor's needs, you might be on a higher key on the keyboard. If you don't give a fuck about your neighbor, you might be on the lower key of the consciousness. But you know, no one's left behind because it's such a great place. You get to come back as many times as you want until you clue into the game of love. Hi, hush, hush, hush. I didn't expect to go on for 6 minutes, my word. But it's all worth it, I'd say. So we'll just end it for now. If you're interested in what I'm saying on me little bits and bytes here, you know, random thoughts just coming into my brain as me free radio. My body is just tapping into the frequencies of all that is, trying to interpret a better message so we all understand. Hi, if you like it, swing by my Midnight Hush YouTube channel or the Caramominac channel. I lost the password to that one a while ago. Anyways, gonna go get him and grab my coffee because it's a little chilly right here right now. There's the shadow of the man I used to be. Hi, all just pure energy. So the shadow on the cave of the wall, how I maneuver my shadow right now. Now you can see the hand, right? There's a message right there. So my hand's moving the shadow. What's moving my hand? What's moving my body? Oi, hush, 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 hush. Class is now dismissed.